man says it's the end of time, and the Mississippi River, she's a going dry. The interest is up and the stock market's down, and you're only getting mugged if you go downtown. I live back in the woods, you see, a woman and the kids and the dogs and me. I got a shotgun, a rifle, and a four-wheel drive, and a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. I can plow a field all day long. I can catch catfish from dusk till dawn. Make our own whiskey and our own smoke too. Ain't too many things these old boys can't do. We grow good old tomatoes and homemade wine, and country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. Because you can't starve us out and you can't make us run. Cause with them old boys raised on shotguns. We say grace, we say ma'am. If you ain't into that, we don't give a damn. We came from the West Virginia coal mines and the Rocky Mountains and the western skies. And we can skin a buck, we can run a trot line, and a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. I had a good friend in New York City. He never called me by my name, just Hillbilly. My grandpa taught me how to live off the land, and his taught him to be a businessman. He used to send me pictures of the Broadway nights, and I'd send him some homemade wine. But he was killed by a man with a switchblade knife. For $43, my friend lost his life. I'd love to spit some beach nut in that dude's eyes and shoot him with my old 45, cause a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. Cause you can't stop us out and you can't make us run. Cause we're them old boys raised on shotgun. We say grace, we say ma'am. If you ain't into that, we don't give a damn. We're from North California and South Alabama and little towns all around this land. We can skin a buck and run a trot line, and a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. Country boy can survive. Country folks can survive.
Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Jimbo, coming to you live from the stand. It's good to see everybody here. Lori 33, that was Griff singing. It only looked and sounded like Hank Jr., but Griff much better. There are people sleeping here, so I'm going to try to keep it down a little bit. So if I sound like I'm, trying to keep it down, that's the reason why. I'm just going to tell y'all, this is the first time I've opened StreamYard on my laptop in, since February. So, and it's different. A lot of stuff's different. So I'll have to get in here and play around a little bit and check it all out. Hello, Mobile Mags of the 606. Is that you, Margaret? Hello, Twister Dar. Mr. Scott, it's good to see you, buddy. McKenna, how are you? Lori, it's good to see you. Mandy, how are you? I've still got somebody that's trying to comment, and I can't see their comments, so I'm trying to get that worked out. This is really, I don't know. I just now removed a bunch of moderators and stuff, so there there may have been some screwy stuff going on, and I'm sure there was. Y'all know the game, know how it works, know what people do around here, and um, when they decide that you're no longer their cup of tea, they don't just walk away; they try to destroy. So we're not going to take part in that. I will defend myself, and I am going to have a couple things to say in response to some of the things I've seen, but for the most part, I don't care. It don't really affect me. It didn't bother me. So, we'll just we'll start here and move along as we go. I don't have a co-host right now, and that's fine. We will have some guests from time to time, some guest hosts, and we are going to be doing some different things. All this. I don't know. I don't know how to define it really on that's going on YouTube, but I just don't want to take part in that crap anymore. I did for a long time, and I was a big part of some things I'm not proud of. And no, I'm not talking about what has been posted. I'm talking about things that have been done to people, friends of mine, former friends of mine. And we're just move right on. And moderators know that any comment that comes in that's negative, we're just going to delete, block, whatever we got to do. We're not going to even talk about it, because what does it do? It goes on and 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 on. Nobody ever wins, but a lot of people lose, and it ain't just people on YouTube that lose. It's people's family members and friends that lose. And as far as what's going on in my life, I was ordered by the courts not to be on social media discussing things, and that's why I didn't. All that is over, and I've been told by the courts. I'm sure you guys have seen or heard or transcripts or video. I don't know, but the judge clearly said that it's over, and that anybody that was in that courtroom that day who decides to go on social media and bash will be charged with contempt of court and serve 6 months in jail. So, yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to take part in that. We're not going to, let's don't give them what they want. How's that? So I do want to let y'all know that we are going to talk about some cases that have been um, really intriguing to me, some for different reasons, but I don't know if you guys know, but the Crystal Rogers case, there has been a conviction in the Crystal Rogers case, not of um, unaliving, but a conviction nonetheless in, I think, conspiracy and some other things. But her former fiance is going on trial this month or next, and I'm sure he'll be convicted as well. Um, and it's a long time coming for justice for that family. We will be recovering that and going over that. What we've, you know, we we spent a week or two on that, and well, we're going to go back over it. We're going to go, you know, update. Um, we are going to go over the case in Letcher County, where Sheriff Mickey Steins walked into the judge's chambers on video and mowed him down. Eight shots, um, right there on camera. It's not a case of who done it, but why did he do it? And that's going to be very, very intriguing. I know a lot of people close to that case, so I'm going to be delicate about it because I care about people um, around that area and in that case, um, in one way or the other, in different forms. So um, I'm sorry if I'm missing any comments or anything. I don't. Um, yeah, Lori, I know my Hank too. Yeah, it's hello, the Powdered Dusty. Uh, and if I don't recognize who you are, I'm sorry. You know, there's a lot of names I'm not familiar with, and I'm sure there's new names, and I'm sure opinions have been formed, and you know, nothing we can do about that except move right on. And people want to form an opinion without getting to know somebody, that's on them. Hey, Flow State, new channel, cool deal. Um, uh, Flow State reminds me by seeing him there that we are going to be giving some updates on Speak Easy soon, real soon. Uh, you know, I'll withhold my opinions on it for now uh, because I do want to get into it as an active, uh, quote unquote, journalist and try to be, um, I don't know, as fair and real as I can. But um, that dude really showed his colors, and well, you'll see. You'll see what's going on. Um, Basically, everything that was said about him is correct. Um, he's a joke of an excuse for a father. Um, but we'll let that. We'll spend our specific time and day on that one because it deserves quite a bit of attention. No, he thinks he is the Powdered Dusty, but he's not. But he does think so. I don't know if he really thought that or if his mommy lied to him. I don't know, but kind of funny. Looky here. Hello, freaks. Not sure who that is, but welcome in the channel. As long as everybody's respectful to each other in the chat, everybody's welcome. First time you say something that is not respectful to to one of our mods or one of the other chat members, then we'll take appropriate actions. But and if you got something bad to say about me, I really don't care. You can say whatever you want, and if we need to, we'll delete it. Are Alicia and Easy going to be on 90 Day Fiance? Oh no, what is that? Is that like a reality show? That sounds about like something that Easy would go for. And Alicia, is it now? McKenna, could you help me here? Do they pronounce that Alicia or Alicia? Because she gets really bent out of shape, and I just want to make sure I get it correct. So, is it A, Alicia, or B, Alicia? I'm going to say it's A, Alicia. Yeah, new updates are good and fun. It's a show on TLC about Americans marrying foreigners. Oh my gosh, really? Oh, that is funny. I may have to look that up. Check it out. Probably going to be on Section 8 in a future episode. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, and, I mean, to each their own, but I don't know, man. I can't see Alicia. Oh, so that's the correct pronunciation. Okay. I know that's how she wants it pronounced, so I guess we'll respect that. Alicia. Okay. Taylor Smith. Hi, Jimbo. Good to see you. I've been MIA for a long time. I have very little insight to none what's happened in months except Ernie going to jail. I happened to be on and got a notification. Hope you're well. Well, hey Taylor, it's good to see you, and I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for asking and commenting that. The family's doing well. We're all doing well. Now we did struggle for a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, it happens. So we're back on our feet now, and we are doing very well. And when I say we're doing very well, that doesn't necessarily mean we're rolling in money or rolling in anything. It's just, we're happy, we're healthy, we're not struggling for anything at the current moment. So, as long as we stay healthy with our jobs, things should be good for a long time to come. Seems like your memory is holding up with the dementia. Yeah, isn't that right? It's yeah. Well, they don't think I have dementia after all. So, I have had a stroke, and I've been having some what they call silent seizures. We're doing a lot of tests and trying to pinpoint why and where, and triggers and things like that. But things are getting a lot better. I'm sure that's a pretty snide remark, but I'm going to give you an answer for it anyway. I don't remember who you are, so I'm just going to assume. I don't know what that gets you, but I'm just going to assume that you're under a fake name and hiding behind a screen name. So much like, I'd say 95% of the YouTube streets. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying that's good. See, as long as we can be respectful, it's all good. Even if something is said as a snide remark. But yeah, I mean, do I still have brain fog? Of course I do. And do I still have episodes? Of course I do. They just don't think it's actually dementia anymore. They've, I've started on this new medicine, and see what it does. Taylor said, I've been struggling as well. Let me see here. And the reason I hadn't been around, but things finally cut the corners, thankfully, so I understand you. All we can do Keep one foot in front of the other and be positive. That's absolutely true, Taylor. And that's what I'm going to choose to do. Is I'm sure there's going to be so much hate. I made a community post in response to some things I'd been told and actually seen a couple things, but boy, it got a lot of people bent out of shape. I'd like to, I'm not going to even call out the names right away, but there's one person who said I had no right to call somebody out for something. Well, sure I do. We live in the same country, I think. I'm not going to say who you are. You know who you are, but I think we live in the same country. I think we have the same exact rights. Um, you have the right to say what you say to me, and I have the right to say what I want to say about whoever I want to say it about. So let's enjoy those rights. And I absolutely have the right to say what I feel and set the record straight. And I'll continue to do so. I was told that I was warned. Don't you come back to YouTube, boy. Okay. Yeah. After I was able to shake all the fear away and, I'm finally back. So I don't know how often I'll go live. Probably won't be again for a little bit anyway. We got a lot of things going on. I did enroll in furthering my education today. I will be attending a major university and working on my bachelor's degree. I have an associate's degree, and I'm going to take the next step, try to get my bachelor's degree. So, saw another commenter that said that I was a bunch of lies, this and that and the other, and lying about. Said my son stole a girl. Well, he didn't steal a girl. He wasn't even with her. Onion powder, I appreciate that. Would you make sure they know? Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Which schools are you want to tell? Maybe I can get you their number. What are you going to tell the school? Hey, this man who doesn't work for you, who his children don't go to school there. Well, that guy was convicted of a misdemeanor theft by unlawful taking. Yeah, tell them all about it. Give them hell. Yeah, schools give a damn about a criminal record. That's right, Mr. Scott. They don't care. Actually, I could be the athletic director at a Christian school tomorrow if I wanted to. I don't want to. There's other things I got going on. Taylor said, whatever has transpired, I do hope everyone is well. I can't do drama anymore. My health can't take it. Do any more time to do it. It will wreck all the health. Yeah, it will, Taylor. And I appreciate you hanging out with us. And we're going to try to avoid that drama. I'm not going to get all mad. I'm not going to say that I'm never going to get mad, but I'm not going to get mad tonight for sure and fly off the handle. Drama it don't do any good, does it? Have y'all seen anything positive come out of the drama? If somebody has seen something positive come out of the drama, if you could just comment what that was, like what positive thing you saw come from drama, I'd love to see it. And I'm being dead serious here. I mean, really, if you really think there's something positive that's happened from all the drama, let me know. I mean, even with Ernie Shell getting arrested, right? Some people think that's positive. I mean, is it? What good did it do? That's my only question. Um, has anyone seen a man that likes red couches today? Mr. Shell's parole officer, I have no idea what you mean, but no, I don't know. Hey, Julie, how are you? Julie, it is so good to see you in chat. It really is. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Shay, nothing positive that I know of has occurred. No one wins in drama, in my opinion. You're exactly right, Shay. You're exactly right. No one wins. You can't, I mean, there is no winner. And really, and I'm not saying this like calling somebody a loser, but really, everybody involved loses. I mean, everybody. It's not good. It's not good for your health. It's not good for anybody's health. Oh yeah, Mr. Scott. People live for that. People will always be wrapped up in the drama. If it ain't here, it'll be somewhere else. You know, people love it. Um, hey, I used to be one of those people. I choose not to now. You know, I choose not to take part in it. There's a lot of things I could say, but I'm not going to. Not right now. Um, you know, I know old Matty Kemp that day. He posted some big long message in Discord and warned me, go away and don't come back. Blah 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 blah. So, you know, he instructed, and I was told this by several people he still thinks is cool with him, but he instructed everybody to block me and just ignore me. Why? Just don't want them to hear the truth. You don't want to hear my side. That ain't how it works. You don't just accuse people of stuff and then say, "Oh, well, let's just block him." Not let him. See, because, oh, buddy, that's what you did before. You know, you you and others, you accuse people of freaking murder. You have no idea the layout of the land, how far it is from one place to the other. You're making crazy accusations that make no sense to anybody that has any knowledge of the area. But you got people on YouTube that believe you. So just be careful, because things get ugly that way. Um, I've seen some people calling me a scammer. Okay, what did I scam? Did I sell you something that I didn't give you? Did I promise you something that I didn't give you? If so, ask me for a refund. I'll give it to you. If you think I've taken money from you or anything material, well, let me know. Now, if you gave me money and then you turn around and decide you don't like me anymore, that's on you. That's on you. Listen, I'm no fan of Mama T, but this couple from up in Indiana there, they um, broke up with Mama T's, so to speak, and then they want her to pay them back for all the money they donated. Well, that ain't how it works. Now, if If you loaned her money, that's a different story. But if you donate somebody money, you don't ask for that back. If you give somebody something, you don't ask for that back. I mean, not the way I was raised anyway. Hey, Taylor, what good is exposing a scammer when groups of people end up getting swatted, harassed, CPS called, jobs lost, mental health wrecked? Drama is not safe and healthy way to get content and extra cash. Amen, Taylor. And that's another thing. I'll just go ahead and tell you all. I did reach out to Ghost, and I sent him a message, and I said, basically right up front, I could go look at the message and read it to you, but here's the gist of it. I basically said, listen, I'm not doing this for you, and I'm not doing it for whoever. It's not for content. It's not for YouTube. But if you will have law enforcement or CPS reach out to me, I will in turn hand them over a recording of a phone call where the perpetrator of the false CPS call is telling me they're going to go quote unquote nuclear and that they don't give a damn anymore. Okay. So I was going to give that, see if justice was going to be done. Off the record, nobody would know. Right, Cowgirl Heart. Nobody gets a free t-shirt, right? Did you get one, Cowgirl Heart? Did you win one or something and didn't get it? But anyway, so going on with what I'm talking about here. Anybody that's trying to be distracting, we can just delete those comments. I won't have to look at them anymore. But so Ghost was like, "Well, thank you. Your friend sure did. Okay, which friend? Which friend didn't get their T-shirt?" I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds here. I'll spend on you, and then we're just gonna delete you. Okay. So let me answer your question here. Which friend didn't get their T-shirt? Me too, Taylor. We're gonna go over that. It's gonna be great. All right. So yeah, there are some T-shirts that I did owe out still. Free T-shirts, of course. Oh, Markella. Markella didn't get a free T-shirt. Oh, did she give me her address? I don't believe so. But I mean, maybe you know how to send it to her. Maybe when somebody wins a free T-shirt, somebody just automatically knows, hey, I can send this to this address and it's going to make it to Markella. Oh no, that ain't how it goes. Sorry, you got to give me the address if you want something mailed to you. That's how it works. All right, bye, Cowgirl at Heart. You can hit the road now. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. All right. Bye. Now, you can hang out and listen all you want, but you just can't chat no more, Cowgirly. So, anyway, yeah, it's just insane, you know. And I split what money was actually given to between Markella and Nicolina for finding Ernie. I kept zero. The money that was actually given, not the money that was pledged and nobody ever sent. You know, and we'll go over that too because Kemper's real good for that. But you know, if somebody pledges $5,000 and then don't give it, well, I'm not going to give it for them. You know, that's not on me. Now, I did split a few $1,000s between Nicolina and Markella. So, hey, thank you for re-upping, Mr. Scott. Anyway, so I knew there was going to be people like this coming in, and we'll deal with it as much as we can, and then we'll just move on from them. It's like, hell, I don't even remember what I was talking about there. Oh, Ghost. All right. So, all right. So I told him, this is not for content. This is not for you. This ain't for your wife. I did say, tell your wife I'm sorry because, I should have done the right thing on that earlier. I should have. I should not have covered for the person who did that. Absolutely. I was wrong, and I admit it. Kemper, you were wrong too because you knew. You didn't say anything either. Paisley, you knew. Beth, you knew. So don't play games, guys. That's hypocritical. Anyway, so I'm looking at chat here. I'm going to do some updating. I'm going to pay for a StreamYard subscription that's got more, things. I've got all the stuff from our old stuff here, but hey, Amethyst, I missed you too. It sure is good to see you. So here we are. Let's get back to the ghost situation because even though that man threatened my son, and he does have an active warrant for him for that, by the way. But even though he threatened my son, and him and his little buddy came up here and put out flyers and broke federal law, those law-abiding citizens, to try to harass and hurt my family. Even though they did that, I was still wrong by not coming forward and at least telling authorities who made that CPS call. You see, now, when I was told they were going to make a CPS call, I wasn't told that they were going to claim that Daddy Ghosty played house. No. I was told they were going to tell the truth about them feeding their children marijuana instead of taking them to the doctor. I'm down with that. That would be a good CPS call. You got proof? That's a good CPS call because that's child abuse, neglect. But I do not believe for 1 second that Ghost ever touched his daughter inappropriately. And I think he's a real dick, but I don't think he's that. So, but Ghost reached back out to me. I don't know. It may have been a day later, maybe in hours later. I can't remember. So you split a few thousand between me and Nick. Did I hear you right? How much do you get, Markella? I'll give you a second here before I block you too. How much do you get? Yeah, there was like $2,200 that was sent total for the $5,500 reward. There was like $2,200 sent in, so you got 450. And what did you do? Exactly. You have all the receipts. Yeah, I got them too. Um, I was going to send you more money too, but like I told you, when they don't send it, I can't send it to you. So I got them all too, Mark Ellie. You want me to put them up here on the screen? Goodbye, troublemaker. All right, y'all see how easy that is? Boom, boom, she gone. Okay, so all right. Anyway, back to the pressing matter here about the fake CPS call. Um, like I said, I was going to right my wrong, but it wasn't for YouTube. It wasn't for content. So Ghost says, well, CPS said there's nothing they're going to do about it. But Angelo said he will give you $500 to send him the recording. Okay. So that earned Ghost being blocked. I don't want to have anything to do with Angelo. Not at all. Don't want anything to do with Angelo. I don't want his money. I don't want 500 from him. I don't want 5,000 from him. I don't want nothing from that man. And I sure didn't contact Ghost to try to squeeze money out of him for a recording. All right, moving on. Um, no, they are. They are. They really are crazy. What I'm going to need to do is and it's going to dox some people. But what I'm going to need to do is get all the receipts of the money that was actually sent in versus the money that was sent out. Um, like I said, a promise of sending money is not actually sending money, right, Markella? Like, like I promised you, when I get this other money, I'm going to send you more, but I didn't get it, so I didn't send it. So, but according to your logic here, a promise of money is just as good. So we're good, right? So you didn't even actually locate Ernie. We know who did, right? Wasn't you? Wasn't you? Cops had eyes on him way before that. Wasn't Nick? But y'all played it off real good. You got me. It's okay. You got me. Enjoy that 450. Enjoy it. What'd you do with it? Hmm. All right. Let's talk about donations for a second. Um, Kemper. Kemper promised to donate money to E Squared's children. Hey Kemper, why don't you post that receipt? Post that receipt where you sent money. Post it where you sent it to E Squared's daughter, or where you sent it to me and it was for E Squared's daughter. Oh, that's right. You never sent it. How about the night when Christina, you know, the wonderful single mother who's raising Speakeasy's child by herself? Actually, she's raising her child by herself. When she came in our chat, oh, Kemper. Kemper got the hots real fast, real bad. How much you need? Well, I didn't ask this and that. I just asked how much it was because we can get it. We can get it, huh? So as people were pledging money, Kemper says, I'll throw 100. Hey, Kemper, how much did you send? I've even asked him. I've got receipts. I can show you. Kemper, you going to send that money? Crickets. Acts like he couldn't even, like he didn't even read it. Just went right on to the next question. Nothing. Won't even respond to it. I asked him 2 or 3 times. I can't remember exactly how many. Like, it's been a while, It's been a couple years now, it looks like. Seems like. I don't know. But sorry, I had to mute for a second. Anyway, Kemper never sent the $100. Never sent $50. Never sent $20. Never sent 20 cents. Did you, Kemper? But you told her we could do it. And you said you was going to pitch in, right? No, you didn't. You didn't send her anything. Why did you promise and then not? Why did you promise to send E Squared kids money and then not? Well, don't worry, Kemper. I covered you in both cases because I covered your money that you pledged because both of those ladies were my friends. Are my friends. God rest E Squared soul. Right, Mr. Scott. Yeah, he's definitely not a Mr. Innocent. He sure tries to play off that though. We'll talk about that a little bit more too. Put a black line over the name, just leave the first letter of it and last name, that way you're not doxing, just saying. Well, yeah, technically it wouldn't be doxing, but people would know. But it doesn't matter, Margaret. If I blacked out everything, they would still claim I doxed them somehow or another. I've been around enough to see it too many times. But yeah, we're gonna get this negativity out this first string back, and then we're just gonna ignore it. But anyway, what is it, buddy? Hang on a second, y'all. I'm adjusting my glasses here. All right. Man, Kempy, we got 163 in chat, man. I heard you and behind Green Ball or whatever she is. Heard y'all were killing it, right? Heard y'all get like sometimes 90 and 95 in chat. Just killing it. But anyway, Kemper, why don't you tell people why you're such a hard-working man? Let's be honest about it now. I mean, you got a lot of stuff to say about me, don't you? You've accused me of murder, you idiot. Do you realize that? Mama Davis, Kemper is in Michigan somewhere, living in a hotel that he claims he don't live in. But that's just another lie he spread, Oh, no, I don't live in a hotel. I don't know. No. Yeah, you do. You know you do. And why do you live in a hotel? Because your roommates couldn't stand you, right? Tell the truth, Kempy. You had to go. And, all right. It is what it is, right? Is that one of these famous YouTube sayings? It is what it is. It's good to see you, Mama Davis. So, old Kempy likes to throw out some accusations and act like he's a tough guy. I remember, I don't know, nearly 4 years ago, I guess, by this time. But Kemper was, hey, don't bark, girl. What's wrong? Kemper was, it was one of those nights when Ernie was pretending like he was in Michigan, right? Old Kemper. Kemper goes in Discord panicking. Oh, my God, what I do? I'm going to call the law. I got to call the law. Well, why, Kemper? Why didn't you just go out there and beat the brakes off of him like you said you was going to? Well, you know the reason why you didn't, because you can't. But it's all right. It's all right. Everybody can't be a tough guy. It's cool. Mama Davis, as far as I know, he is. I think so. I think somebody said he was live earlier. Maybe Charlie K told me that, I think. But yeah. What do you mean I don't do drama, Chicky? Did I say I don't do drama? Where do you see that at? Where is that on a community post? Did those words come out of my mouth that I don't do drama? No, I said I was going to try to avoid it, but we're going to go ahead and get it out of the way on this first string back. Pay attention. Now, you can pay attention from the sideline because you just got blocked. His Wi-Fi is so bad because he's hardly ever in the room. He's always outside, even in sub-zero temperatures, outside smoking weed or smoking. So, yeah, he's quick to call everybody an addict too. Like, if you're on pain medicine and if you've been on pain medicine for 2 years and you're an addict, you're addicted to it. Okay, Kemper. You told me yourself you can't go 4 hours without marijuana. Son, you're addicted. I don't know who told you that marijuana is not addictive, but you're addicted to that and to kratom. Very much so. And while you're not breaking laws, you might want to remind yourself that driving while under the influence is a felony. Yeah. But you know all about them felonies, don't you there, 2-time convicted drug dealer? That's right. Oh, it's just marijuana. Still against the law, wasn't it? Still against the law, wasn't it? Okay. All right, y'all. I can't think of anything else that I really want to get. I mean, there's, behind green eyes, of course, she calls and messages in the middle of the night wanting money because she's got a boot on her car and she's outdoor dashing and, she don't know how she's going to get home. Did she call Kemper? No. She messaged Kemper? No. She messaged me. And I did send her a little money. I can't remember. I was like $7 or $8. Wasn't much. But I sent it to her. No questions asked. I didn't want it back. I didn't ask for it back. But for her to sit up and call me a scammer, say I used people for an ATM, really? Those words are coming out of your mouth? Come on now, Katie. That's right, Ernie. Her name ain't Rita. Holler at me, old skern. No, don't. I was getting ready to try to make her mad and say I'd give you her info, but I'm not going to. So I'm not even going to say it. So don't holler at me. I don't want to hear from you. Don't wish you no ill will. just disregard that last 30 seconds. All right. But yeah, we're gonna try to avoid drama, like I said, because like I said, it doesn't go anywhere. Like there'll be 10 live streams tomorrow about this live stream. And they'll pick it apart and they'll say, he said this and he said that. And he said 3 years ago, he said that on March the 5th, he was in California, but now he says on March the 6th, he was in North Kakalaki. How can he be in two places? Oh my God, he's a liar. That's how this stuff works, and it don't never end. Don't never end. Sometimes people ain't just liars. Sometimes they have their facts mixed up. Sometimes they don't remember exactly what day or what time, exactly where they were, what they wore for, warmth, what they had for breakfast. Some people just don't remember sometimes. Rhonda, I don't know. So Ernie's got him a ride then. Well, good for you, Ern. Nah. I'm telling y'all, if I don't know. I've seen these YouTube streets make many people into something they're not. Ernie's one of them. I'm one of them. There's a few people I know on here that have been made into something they're not. And there's a lot of people that just pretend to be something they're not. Mama Davis, God bless you. And that's what I'm going to start trying to do as much as I possibly can. I know possibly is not an optimal word there because, anything's possible. And all you got to do is do it, right? All you got to do is make that conscious effort. Okay, I'm going to turn the other cheek. But there's that human nature side of me that makes it hard on me sometimes. But I am going to work on it. I'm going to try to do better. Thank you, Mama Davis. You too. I don't. But on the van thing, I don't know how long he's been trying. But I know, and that's another one of those hypocritical things. Like he's got a $10,000 wish list, wanting to buy a van. He's wanting other people to purchase it for him and purchase the things that go in it for him while he's working in restaurants because he can't work anywhere else. Anywhere else, they're going to drug test him if he's working around machinery or anything like that or driving, and he simply can't do it. So it's restaurant. And there's nothing wrong with that. I worked in restaurants for a great long time. I'm surprised it hasn't come out on the YouTube streets of the restaurants I've worked at and managed. But I've got to fix these glasses somehow, y'all. It's driving me crazy. You need a daily tip money too. That's right, Mr. Scott. That that money comes in, and that's another thing. A dude tells me like he's braggadocious about it. He's like, I get my 200 and then I chill. Like he gets $200 a day working right as a server. Okay, I mean, absolutely that's possible, and absolutely I could see him doing that. Anybody could if they work hard enough, but $200 a day, well, 7 days a week. I come up with $1,400 a week right there, y'all. Why if the dude got a vehicle? Why don't he have insurance? Why doesn't he buy a van? Because he spends most of it on his things he needs, right, Mr. Scott? Yeah. It's and a big reason why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. I am, quote me on this all you want. I'm being petty. I'm being childish. I'm getting it out of the way. But you know, I don't know. Maybe I should just ignore them altogether. But then there's that old redneck in me that still thinks I'm a tough guy and that he's trying to punk me. And where I come from, Margaret can tell you, you don't get punked by people like him. You don't get punked by anybody. I mean, you fight, but especially not by people like him. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy. Do you have my email, brother? I'd really like to chat with you a little bit. I've got a new phone number, and I sure hope you're doing okay, buddy. I do pray for you. I'm not a preacher or anything like that. You know, I can't promise you that anybody's even listening to me, but I do pray for you, and I pray for a lot of people from YouTube that I've met over the years. Yes, ma'am. All we can do is try, Mama Davis. All right, let me put my email in here for you, Jimmy. In the title line or whatever they call it, the header, when you send me an email, name the email. This is Jimmy, and send me your phone number, and I'll text you from my new number. Just don't give it out, bro. Okay, that's all I ask. There's my email, Jimmy. Um, I was thinking of you earlier today, Jimmy. I saw a video. It was like a montage to the Mulkey brothers. And didn't you tell me, like, didn't one of them or both of them go to church with you at one point or something? Bill and Randy. But I saw the Mulkey brothers on that video, and it reminded me of you. And these people are calling me the liar. Like, there's people in my chat from London, like literally from London. You got Behind Green Eyes saying that I've lied about where I lived at and the tornado and all. What? If I'm going to make up lies, I'm not going to lie on a public platform where thousands of people can see it. Actually, more than that can see it, but thousands of people will see it. Where I have basketball players, their parents, school officials, church officials that sometimes view my channel. Why would I lie about something like that? Why would I make up a car wreck? Make that make sense to me. I didn't ask anybody for anything for my car wreck. Nothing. Just prayers. That's it. Specifically asked Kemper and Nicolina to keep it off the internet. Keep it off YouTube. I didn't want people digging around trying to find, because they'd get my new address, which they got it anyway. But I don't live there anymore either. Mama Davis, we were very lucky, and like I said, Behind Green Eyes says I'm lying, but saved by the grace of God that we didn't live in that house at France Road anymore. Anybody who knows anything about the London area, the tornado did the most destruction right there by the airport. That house is literally a half a mile from the airport. Half a mile. Right? Yeah, they didn't even know him in Discord. Didn't tell anybody. I wouldn't want nothing from it. I'll tell you what, though, through all that that has went on, um, the child. Oh my God, he's talking about a kid. The child is actually now doing very well, and I have connected with the mother and the stepfather, and I'm going to give the child basketball lessons for free as much as they like, as long as I have a gym to use. And even if we have to go outdoor, I will. But just saying. Yeah, I moved. If you no longer need them, can you send my trail cams back? I could really use them now. Yeah, I can send them back. So those weren't a gift. Those were. I'll send them back to you. No problem. Email me whatever address you want them sent to, and I'll send them back to you. Now, of course, I'm not sending 25 back, right? Nicolina made that up, right? Me and you, we know that. Okay. You're very welcome. Very welcome. Yeah, Nicolina went on YouTube saying I had 25 trail cams donated by the Mean Girls. Yeah. And I played along with it. My thinking was, hey, if it keeps people from coming up to my house, I'll let them think there's 125 cameras out there. But there wasn't. But people like October, well, she bought into that. And that's her big question. Why didn't the trail cams get all this stuff? What trail cams? Yeah, we had trail cams out there. Oh gosh, Mama Davis. Listen, this is just like this is the first time I've been on since February, and this is just a little tip of the iceberg for me. And there's so much that's went on that I haven't even seen, or I'm not even gonna try to catch up. But it doesn't really matter. It's all the same. It's just different. The names change and people change. Alliances change, but it's all the same. It's all the same. But all right. So, hey man, it sure is good to see you all in chat again. Like I said, and I've had a lot of fun. I'm not going to end just yet, but I'm starting to wind down, and I've had a lot of fun chatting with y'all tonight, and we'll do it again before too awful long. That's right, all the same. But I can be nasty, just like everybody else can. I mean, there ain't a person on this earth that can't be nasty. But you know what? There ain't a person on this earth that can't be beautiful and a good soul either. How hard is it to be friendly to somebody? Not necessarily me or anybody else on YouTube, but to brighten somebody's day. Hey, how you doing? How are you today? Or thank you. Have yourself a great day. Like with meaning and a little excitement behind it. You don't know how much that touches people sometimes. Hey, that guy's in a good mood, and what for? Just because. It's contagious. Just like negativity is contagious, so is positivity. Oh, that's Kemper. Yeah. He thinks that's something cool that he does. He goes in these chats and like Ernie's and other people's Mama T's and wherever he's not wanted. and he'll hit the laugh emoji as much as he can, over and 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 over again. You know, he's a real special one there. Yeah, Amethyst, we're gonna be going live every now and then, and I don't know. I hate to put a number on it because like I said, people want to hold you down to these numbers, and oh, he said he was going to do this, but I want to try to. Um, that's right. Keep it up, Kempy. I want to try to. Once everything gets going and my classes are going again, and maybe three to four times a week for an hour or so. You know, um, and we are going to do a lot of different things. A lot of different things. I doubt if I'll ever do another show on Ernie. I mean, what else is there to say? We keep beating that old dead horse, but that's the only thing in the world Kemper wants to talk about. Or maybe he wants to talk about me now, but that's all he wanted to talk about. And it's unhealthy. Like, I remember the first time he pulled his little coup and convinced the moderators I was a murderer. Everybody left. Everybody except E Squared, though, right, Kemper? She never did like you, by the way. But yeah, he's good at telling people things to try to make people look bad. But he's never honest about himself. Oh yeah, Mama Davis, didn't you know? Yeah, Kemper and Not Today and the Cray Cray Cray. When they left the stand the first time, they said that I was the one who unalived Ronnie King. Of course, it had to be me because I'm the one who got Shelby on a phone call saying he did it. That's the dumbest thing in the world ever. Dumbest thing ever. But yeah, they've said it all. Like I said, it used to bother me, but I don't care anymore. Like, it really don't bother me. I know who I am. I know exactly who I am. I know exactly what I've done. Yep, sure did, Jimmy. Oh, it's big time defamation. Big time defamation. Oh, listen. I mean, listen, I was in a car wreck and they're saying I wasn't. And really, what good does it do to prove anything anymore? I'm not going to go out of my way to prove anything, literally anything, to YouTube anymore. Like, if somebody I care about needs to know something, to confirm something, to vet something, I'll share it with them. But I'm not putting receipts out on YouTube, and I'm not putting. I'm not going to tell you what my doctor says, and why should I? You say I'm lying anyway. No matter what I say, you're going to say I'm lying. If I say I'm the healthiest I've ever been, which is pretty close to the truth, you're going to say I'm lying. If I say I'm so sick I can't move, you're going to say I'm lying. So it is, it's many storms and valleys I've been through in life is what influenced me to be that way towards people in my real life. I know how important it is to make people feel good. That's right, Taylor. That's right. But like I said, people that know me know me. Like this person came in and said they were going to let the schools know that I was convicted of my convictions, of a misdemeanor. Uh, Misdemeanor theft by unlawful take. I'm not going to sit and explain why, because it doesn't matter. Because you're not going to listen anyway. You might, but the masses are going to say, "Oh, he's lying. He's lying." So, nope, just not going to get anything from me. I'm not going to say anything about it. Don't need to. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to change your mind, and you're not going to change mine. So we just move right on. But yeah, it really sticks in my craw sometimes, the hypocrisy. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I've not been hypocritical about things, because I have myself. Absolutely. Thank you, Amethyst. I agree with you. I used to feel it necessary to try to prove to people, hey, this is why, this is that, and this is that. But you know what? It ain't really, not necessary. Like, most people don't even cam up. I'm not cammed up tonight. But so, people know who I am. And like these crazy people who say, "Oh, he wasn't in no wreck." You don't think people who live around me, that see me on YouTube, that know me, don't know about my wreck? You don't think so? Guarantee you they do. And like I said, why would I go on a public platform and make it up, knowing that there are people who live in my hometown, there are family members of mine, and I'm not talking about my immediate family. I've got like 50 first cousins on mom and dad's side together. But my mom had 11 siblings. My dad had 12 siblings. Yeah, that's what I was heard too, Mama Davis. Only believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. And I'm starting to believe that. Like, especially now, this AI. Oh my gosh. Like, people are just, it's hard to believe anything anymore. Hard to believe anything. Um, hey Taylor, I didn't know you were a professional singer. Being a former professional singer of over 30 years is another reason why I can connect fast with people in public. I used to connect with people through singing. That's awesome, Taylor. I didn't know that. That is very cool. Thanks for sharing that. And that's another thing. I want to have these chats. We used to have family night every Sunday. And let me tell y'all about my youngest, y'all, because she used to love family night. There's a reason why I brought that up. But Molly just got her first job, and she's been working for, I don't know, a few weeks now. And she is absolutely loving working. Of course, she can't work a super big bunch of hours because she just turned 16. She actually started work a week before she turned 16. But, and she's got band and school and all kinds of stuff that's going to be impeding her work schedule. But um, she was actually hired by a friend of mine who owns a restaurant, and she's doing really well. And she loves it, so that's great. And I know there's people that are chatting that we can't see right now. For some reason, I am going to get that fixed. Actually, if you're still listening and you're in Discord, I can't hold up and type in there right now. But if you will send me your YouTube user or the email again, I'll type it into the approved user list and see if that works, see if that helps. I know, Mr. Scott, it's killing me, bro. Like, Hunter's 18, Molly's 16. Sarah will be 21 in September. and James is 22. So, oh goodness, Mandy, I'm telling you what. Now I can see that. I used to be outgoing. The older I get, the more I join the We Don't Care Club. Um, now there's, I'm not gonna, you know, sit here and lie. Listen. There's certain groups of people, um, or I would say groups of people, but types of people um, that I try to avoid because it's toxic for me, and so and I just know it wouldn't be a good mix. So why do it, right? And I barely ever talk about my singing career or mention it because I don't like to sound boastful or anything like that. I just thought it's not important, but just now because, well, that's cool, Taylor, and I get that, and that shows that you're a very humble person, very humble, and and I can tell you're a genuine person too. I've always known that about you, and well, I've always felt that about you. Um, we've got good people here. We've got good people in our chat. We always have had. And listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all that I'm not hurt, and I'm not asking you to feel sorry for me. But some of the people that decided to leave and are now bashing me, it bothers me. It does. But you know, what can you do about it? Just move on. And but like I said, there's a lot of good people that are in this chat, and a lot of good people who left this chat. And I wish them nothing but the best. You know, but that being said, you don't really need you back. If you left because of something someone else told you, don't need you back. Don't need it. Um, there's people in this chat. There's people in their Discord. There's people that I know on YouTube that have, well, they have more money than me. They have more money than um, pretty much anybody that's been mentioned this evening. Um, no, I would say I would bet on it that they have more money than, and I'm not going to call them out. I'm not going to ask them to verify it, but I'll never ask them for a dime. Um, like I said, there's a lot of things that are being left out when people tell their stories. Like, for instance, one person sent some some money, and in the note it was like something about we cannot let so and so be in that place. So take this money and get them out. So well, that's what we did, and wasn't asked for. Wasn't asked for. So is that a loan? Let's hypothetically saying, hypothetically, I borrow $133 from you, then I owe you that $133. But let's say I need $133, and you send me $133 and say, "Here you go, Jimbo. I know you need that." Well, do you get mad at me later when we're not friends anymore and say, "You owe me $133"? Because that's been happening quite a bit. Um, and I just can't give everybody every dime they've ever given me back. I can't do that, and I won't even try it. And if you're out there bad mouthing me, I'm not going to give you anything. I'm not going to give you a penny. Just come to grips with it right now. You can bad mouth me all you want, but you're part of the reason why people left, and you went behind my back and talked trash, and well, just know you're not getting a dime from me. under any circumstance. You burned that bridge. Now, if I borrowed money from you, that's different. That's different. If I went out of my way to ask you, loan me some money, that's different. Right. That's the way I felt, Mama Davis. Me neither, Margaret. You just don't do that kind of thing, right? Just don't do that kind of thing. But I was told that, I spent a week in jail, and that's the reason why I was not on YouTube. I really wasn't in no wreck. Okay, that's not true. Um, I haven't been to jail. I'm not going to jail. Not at all. And you don't want to know something else? I don't know where y'all get these nasty, um, whatever. I don't have no uh, ankle bracelet on either. Um, I come and go as I please. So there is that. But I've kept in touch with a few people. Some that are from the actual chat and Discord, and some people that you wouldn't even think that we were friends. Um, but I've made some good friendships. So, and those supersede drama to me. So I'm just gonna keep that separate. Amethyst, I'm gonna read your comment first, and I'm gonna respond. I have no idea what went on because I left for a long time. My nerves couldn't handle YouTube or people on it. Amen. Let me tell you, I've missed you guys. I really have. I do miss talking and being a content creator and all that stuff. But it has been so freaking peaceful. Hardly anybody knows my number. And, I'm real bad about checking my emails anyway, but barely anybody emails me anymore. I get about 800 junk emails a day, but I may have missed some, but, it's been peaceful. And I never would have realized that if I hadn't stepped away for a little bit. Um, and I think it's funny that anybody, especially somebody like little Kimpy, thinks he threatened me, and that's the reason why I wasn't on YouTube. Negative, son, negative. But yeah, being in jail could have been looked up. Just saying, I know, Margaret. That's what I'm saying. Like, but anyway, they said I was in jail. Um, because of the shoplifting charge. Well, those were, I think, about a week apart, maybe 10 days apart. But anyway, definitely not. I didn't even go to jail over the quote unquote shoplifting. Um, didn't go to jail at all. Um, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and go over it because it doesn't really matter. But oh, thank you, Amethyst. I appreciate that. I love your channel, and that's what I miss the most. Well, we're back, and I hope you're back, and we'll try to keep it. I know that drama's bad on everybody, man. No, nobody likes arguing all the time, do they? Really? I mean, I don't. Oh yeah, me too, Taylor. I do hope everyone's doing well, and said there's great people I've met on, and it was a privilege getting cross paths with. Me too. I agree with you. Well, see, that's the thing, Mama Davis. It ain't nobody's business, and that's right, Margaret. I'll tell her you said yeah. Margaret's been to my house twice, I think. But yeah, me and Margaret, we should have been friends a long time ago because I don't know. There's a reason why we weren't, and I think we both realized what that reason was, and I have nothing ill to say about Margaret whatsoever, and I'm sorry that I ever did. Um, so, um, but yeah, Mama Davis. Here's the thing: if okay, if I wanted to reason or make an excuse, or I could easily do that, but I'm not making an excuse because, well, I didn't need to. I don't. Uh, I just can't. I don't want to talk about the whole thing because I said I wouldn't. But here's the thing: if I felt like my family needed something, but when I say my family, I mean my wife or my kids. If I felt like they needed something and I didn't have it, would I steal? Would I shoplift? Probably. Probably. I mean, I'm definitely not above it. I can tell you that right now. There's in my opinion, there's a lot worse things you can do than shoplifting. Um, I mean, I've been accused of being a major rug dealer, right? How many rug dealers you know out there shoplifting? Yeah, the stuff they say just don't make no sense, but to them it does. That's right. We both know exactly why, Margaret. Um, Kathy's cry closet, shell shocked, said, "Hey Jim, hi Jimbo. Anyone that has given time, effort, or money has been hurt. Some more than others. Secrets in the sauce. It is worth the pain and stress in the end. Is it worth the pain and stress in the end?" Um, Kathy's cry closet. You're right. Everyone has been hurt. That's given time, effort, money. Um, Not just that, but giving their love, their prayers, their concern. Um, yeah, and I realize that I've caused some of that pain for people. I have. My hands ain't clean. Um, how many people are going to say that? I'll say it. My hands ain't clean. I've hurt people. I've intentionally hurt people. I hurt Ernie. I intentionally hurt Ernie. Did I feel like he deserved it? I did feel like he deserved it. But am I his maker? Am I the guy he's going to stand before when it's time to tally the score? No, I'm not. Me too, Margaret. I was going to say, if I need, like I'm saying, if I needed to steal something, and I felt like I needed to, I would. I'll tell y'all right now, when me and Thelma, when we ran away, um, actually, I'm not even going to tell the story because you guys will rerun it tomorrow and say, "Oh my God, can you believe he stole that?" Never mind. I'll just skip right on over that story. But oh, absolutely, yeah. Everybody included Kathy's crowd. I don't know if you're. I can't judge by your by the words you're saying whether you're mad at me for something or if you're being genuine. You can be genuine and be mad, but or if you're being sympathetic. But I agree with you either way. Creators, watchers, there's been a lot of people hurt. There's been a lot of people hurting people. I've been hurt and I've hurt people. Um, and just you know, but as far as if I were to feel like I had no other place to turn, and I felt like I needed to start stealing. Um, could I blame it on something? Sure, I could. Sure, I could. I mean, you got this guy in here earlier, or girl, whoever it was, and we're going to contact the schools and let them know. Okay, so you've been doing that for 4 years. Like everywhere I've worked has been contacted. Every single place I've been employed has been harassed. I don't know how to pronounce your name there, but are you saying that you're done exposing Ernie? Um, what else is there to expose of Ernie? And I'm being serious here. Answer that question. Like, do you feel like there's something else that could be uncovered? I mean, let's do a quick rundown here. I mean, he's been to jail. He's been proven to be lying about his cancer diagnosis. He's been proven to have HIV. I mean, what else is there? Anything else I do would be beating a dead horse, you know. And believe me, Kemper will do that. Kemper will beat that dead horse all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. I remember when him and Not Today and the Cray Cray started their little channel. I did watch one episode, and the very first thing he said was, "Hello, everybody. What's going on in the Urniverse? Not the universe, the Urniverse." I mean, dude, already lives rent free in that dude's head and has for years. But just call you, is that knee or nah? Okay. I'm assuming the T is silent, right? Like Sunty knee or Sunty nah. Stolen valor, yeah, but Margaret, has he been exposed of it already? I can tell you this. It wasn't this week or no, let's see. It's been 3 weeks now. Um, I was in Harlan, sitting in the sheriff's office, in the sheriff's in his office, with a closed door, and looking each other in the eye. He told me that there are two deputies that are investigating Ernie for stolen valor. Like he's being investigated. Sounds like knee. Okay. All right. Thank you, Jimmy. I'll respond to that and send you my number. Because I do text a lot easier than anything else. Text comes right through to me, so that's right, man. It's just the same thing over and over and over. But I'm not going to sit here and say, "Hey, I'm going to be Ernie's buddy again." No, that's never going to happen. I can forgive Ernie because, listen, I'm not going to try to get all religious to you right now, but if Jesus Christ can forgive people after what was done to him, then we should be able to as well. That don't mean we got to go hang out and shoot pool or play ball, but as far as you're forgiven, we can do that if it's asked for. I can, but you know, I don't, I don't want anything to do with him because he is dangerous. His mouth is dangerous. Um, yeah, I know it. I know it. He told me that he told me that you'd been in there. Uh, I kind of laughed. I was like, "Yeah, I know." But yeah, they really are. They're looking into him for it, and you know what? It, it's been so obvious, like the dadgum kills he claims in Desert Storm. Come on, man. People know how old you are. I mean, here we go. I would start talking about it. It's it's just craziness. To me, it's craziness. Um, it's 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 very well known that he was not in the military. Um, not ever. He enlisted, but he was never in the military. Um, so yeah, obviously he's a walking, talking case of stolen valor. But we've exposed it. It's been exposed by Mr. Angelo and um, I don't know, 300 or 400 other people on YouTube. There's even a couple of people like military related that have no idea who Ernie is or you know prior to that are exposing him for stolen valor. So, oh, that's what I'm saying, Nee. That's exactly what I was saying. Like, there's been a lot of exposing Ernie, even the lives you've done on Ernie. All the exposing is rinse and repeat. Yeah, it's been the same thing for forever. Um, there's really been nothing a lot added to it other than when he was on the run. Um, and then you know he did that publicly. I mean, even the guy's hiding from the law and he's on or YouTube every day. So yeah, but hey, we're gonna try to support each other, share our words of wisdom. I'm gonna ask you guys, Mama Davis and Mandy and Taylor and Jimmy. So many of you in here tonight that I've seen. Hey, or I'm sorry, Nee and Mr. Scott, uh, Margaret, uh, anybody that I missed. If you, hey, help me out here. Help me do what I want to achieve, and that is being better every day. Um, not better than you, not better than Ernie, not better than Kemper, but just better. Do better than I was. And that's what I want to try to do. That's what I want to try to do. Um, you know, call me out on it. Call me out on it. If I get on a tangent and you know, you see me spiraling out of control, say, hey, Jimbo, remember what you said? And I need to be called out on it. I need my friends to call me out on it. I don't know how he got it on his driver's license. Jimmy, did he get it on his license? I'm sure it was a mistake. If so, yeah, that's what Margaret said. Yeah. I'm sure it was a mistake or, like I said, if you know somebody, I don't know where he got his license at, but I know for a fact if you know somebody that works in these corrupt courthouses in Kentucky, you can get just about anything you want done. Believe me. That's what I'm going to attempt, Nee. That's what I'm going to attempt. Now, as soon as I attempt that, though, there's going to be those who come in and say, like somebody else earlier, I thought you weren't going to do drama. I'm trying not to. But, I'm not going to just not do drama. I'm just going to try to avoid it. Um, you know, conflict is what people want to see, and you know, like just judging by the monetization numbers over the few years that we've been on YouTube, the biggest monetization months we had from super chats and things like that were during the peak of Rap versus The Stand. Why do you think that is? Because Rap got super nasty and I got super nasty, and we tried to destroy each other. And people got their popcorn and they sent their super chats. They picked their sides, and they were there to watch somebody go down. And right, yeah, it's first live since February. So yeah, we're gonna talk about things that we've missed out on, and then we'll start working our way towards. Like I said, I really want to go over to Crystal Rogers. I want to go over the Mickey Steins case. There's a case of Doug Harless in London, Kentucky. The man was gunned down by London police officers in his own home, people. Was he a criminal? No. No. He was in bed. He was in bed late at night. The police serve a no-knock warrant for a stolen weed eater. Bang down his door, go in. He hears the commotion, gets up to protect his family, and he's gone. We're going to go over that. We're going to dig deep into that. I'm not going to limit myself to true crime. I do want to do some of it though. I want, like the Mickey Steins case. Like I said, I know people connected. I'm live in London. Well, lived in London for the last few years, in this area for the last 20 years. So I feel connected to that in that regard. But I want to talk about some sports. I want to have some wrestling nights where we just talk about wrestling, pro wrestling. I want to have nights where we talk about basketball, football, whatever. I want to just hang out. We'll just have some fun, play some games. Whether there's 20 people or 220 people, we're going to do the same thing. It's not going to affect. I'm not going to let it steer me into talking about something I don't want to talk about. Yes, Mandy, absolutely. What about Israel? Where do we stand on that, y'all? Quickly, let me put up a poll right quick, if I remember how. Let's see, let me go over here and see if I can put in a poll. Hey, y'all want to give away some memberships? Just a second. I'm going to give away some memberships. All right. Membership gifting. There you go. 5 free memberships. Thank you all for showing up tonight. But yeah. Yes, I do want to go over the CJ McVay case. I definitely want to go over Iran and Israel and man. The Diddy trial is heating up too, ain't it, y'all? I'm gonna tell y'all. 2 nights ago, I watched the Netflix documentary on Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Well, you're welcome, Margaret. The membership, I just give away 5, and it randomly picks them. I don't know if it gave them all out yet or not. Let me check. Let's see, Margaret got one. Jimmy got one. Curiosity. Well, hello, Curiosity. Hey, Charlie got one. Lulu got one. Mama Davis, next time I go live, I'm gonna give away 5 more. So um, hopefully you get one then. There's not a whole lot of new member videos or anything like that, but I've been posting some shorts here and there, seeing some animals while I'm out working. Oh, quick FYI, y'all. So let's say someone never mind. No, I'm not gonna leave you hanging on it. Okay. I'm just gonna make a statement. I still work delivering Spark. So everything you see is not as it appears. Just saying. Mama Davis, I completely trust you. I will. I'll let you be in the Discord if you want. Send me an email and I'll send you an invite. Okay. It's Coach Jimbo C at gmail.com. Hang on a second. I might have a banner for it. Let's see. Y'all, give me just a second. I'll be right back. I got to do something. I'm back. Sorry, y'all. Um, see if I missed anything. I do remember that, Jimmy. I tell you what, buddy. Give me a couple weeks and I'll send you that $100. Um, yeah. Kathy, I completely agree with you there. It is possible to have good content without going into the depths of depravity we've all been subjected to lately. I don't know exactly what's been going on lately because I haven't been watching. I don't watch anything from this community, and I probably still won't because I don't want to get triggered. And yes, I'm human. I do get triggered. Um, I don't want to, and I don't want to be dragged into a fight because I know me and I will fight. So I don't, and I'm not talking about physically, but um, so yeah, I want to. Sorry, I was reading this. Yeah, I want to do some things that everybody can enjoy. I mean, let's have some fun. Um, I don't know. I guess anything you do, especially when it's got anything negative connotations in it, it gets old after a while. And listen, y'all, we going on 4 years of this, and I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to have some fun again. When I put much thought into creators before I say more, no, I don't mean to sound disrespectful. It is unfair for them to put subs through turmoil, having them pick sides and pull in the middle of it. I agree with that, Taylor, and I'm guilty of that. I've done that. Um, and even if we don't say, even if we say, "Oh, you're free to go in whatever chat you want," um, most of creators, including myself, have I don't know, had an attitude about it. Like, well, sure you can go there, but why would you want to, right? Uh, Thank you, Mama Davis. I will respond and I'll send you that link. Um, you had nothing to do with that. Yeah, I did, Jimmy. Yeah, I did. I did have something to do with it. Now, you know, but um, there's someone who is no longer amongst us who was a key factor in that decision. Also, that told us that you admitted, um, a bunch of crap. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. But yeah, we're all gonna do better, right? Everybody, we're all gonna do better. Starting with me. Starting with me. Um, Mandy said, yeah, "That's why I sit quiet. I've been everywhere from Benny Keys, Queen Bee to rap, and here, even during the rap stand thing, it's just entertainment to me. I laugh and move on." Yeah, and honestly, I mean, what do you do when a bunch of grown men or grown women and men are sitting on public forum calling each other fat ass and baldy and you know oompa loompa and just you know it's funny. It's funny because people are so ignorant, and I'm one of them. I've been there. I am there. I'm a split second away from somebody triggering me now, and I'd be right there again. That's why I got to work on it. And but yeah, talking 4 years worth, but yeah, last 12 months. Yeah, it really did amp up a lot, and um, I'm not necessarily saying it's because that other group came in here, but from that community that's got Bird and Katie and all them. But they brought a whole new level of nastiness, in my opinion. Um, so hey, brother, did I tell you that the video of the woman who stole my backpack, that video was erased? Oh, really? I hate that, Jimmy. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, Taylor. It's kind of like forming gangs. Each creator has a gang. Subs from all sides go at each other, harassing, doxing, bringing children in the mix, calling employers, and they think money in the mix of it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like nobody thinks what they're doing is harmful. Um, you know, or that they're only harming one person. No, you're not. No, you're not. Let's say, let's say that pretend like Jimmy from the Bayou. Let's say he's got 3 kids and he's a creator. Okay, well, Jimmy, I'm gonna go online and accuse you of some of the most god awful things that you could imagine, and that's going to be on public access internet, right? Everybody can see it. Everybody can hear it. So your children are eventually going to hear it or see it or be told about it. It's going to affect them. It's going to affect their friends. It's going to affect your relationship with them. Um, it it could go so deep in so many different directions and hurt so many different people. And like I said, I'm guilty of it too. I said some of the nastiest things you can imagine about Ghost. I never believed for 1 second that he was guilty of doing anything like that because, well, I knew it was made up. I don't even think he would do anything like that. I really don't. I do think he does some horrible things as a parent and as a human, but I'm not his judge either. Not the official judge, anyway. That's what I need to do, Kathy. That's what I need to work on, and that's exactly, that's a good way of putting it. All you can do is draw a moral line that you refuse to budge on, no matter how tempting it is. I really like that. I may make that a meme. Do I need to give you credit? Don't get me wrong, subs do have responsibility in it. They're grown adults. They're responsible for their choices, but the more vulnerable state, wanting to be liked, to be a part of the tribe. You're right, Taylor. And there are some who hide behind being a subscriber, not as often as everything else is going on, but some of these subscribers technically don't call themselves creators, but they go into every single chat and they will harass, they will dox, they will send creators docs. It's just, yeah. I'm telling you guys, the state of the world we live in is scary. Jimmy said, I think Jesus had it done because he was afraid of me going back to my old way. But I'm blessed because I believe in Jesus. Amen. Well, God bless you, Jimmy. I'm glad to see you say that, buddy. And I'll tell you what, sometimes God does intervene with, something that feels like it's hurtful, like a missing backpack or a stolen backpack. But something I've been telling my wife, especially for, I don't know, the last 3 or 4 months, really, especially, is that no matter what happens, because there's been so many turns and ups and downs and craziness that's been going on lately, but no matter what happens, I fully believe it happens for a reason. I believe God has a reason for everything. I agree, Kathy. Yeah, I agree. Call them, like, people call me names. It don't bother me. It bothers me when they call my children names, and it bothers me when they call my wife names. She doesn't deserve it. She hadn't done anything to anybody. She didn't do anything to Behind Green Eyes. Nothing. She didn't do anything to Kemper, except for take up for her husband. Oh gosh, Jimmy, $7,000 cash. I like that, Taylor and Kathy. Yep. Mandy BS said chaos can be addictive. It's also exhausting. Very exhausting. Very exhausting. Speaking of exhausting, I have been on here for 2 hours now. I didn't expect to be on that long, but I've had so much fun interacting with you all. Um, and it won't be as long between lives this time. I don't know when it'll be again. Could be tomorrow. It could be a week from now. I don't know yet. I am going to chat with the mods and Discord family and um, try to get some resemblance of a plan, and maybe the next live stream we have, we'll do something, like, I don't know. Maybe we'll have a poll, let y'all choose. We want to talk about current events. Um, we want to talk about what's going on between Israel and Iran, and possibly now the United States. We want to talk about the murder in Laurel County by the London Police Department. Um, but yeah, let's get together and decide what we're going to talk about in the next live stream. Let's set our goals for. Let's set our goals for. Now we're going to try to achieve it, but we'll do what we can. Let's try to say no drama. Let's try it. All we can do is give it a shot, right? I'm going to give it a shot. You guys help me. Help me. Just remind me when I start, if you feel like I'm even getting ready to start thinking about it, say, hey, Jimbo, remember, stay on the path here. Let's talk about Israel or whatever. Hey, good night, Margaret. It's good to see you and hear from you again, and we'll talk soon, okay? Jimmy said, yes, sir. I was waiting on a man to call me about an address so I could buy a camper. Oh, my goodness, Jimmy. I hate that, brother. I hate that. All right, y'all. I know it's a cardinal sin to mention money on YouTube, so we'll figure out something on if we're going to help anybody ever again, and how that would look. As of right now, if I help anybody, it'll just be from my personal, without going public and asking anybody for help. So, hey, God bless y'all. And like I said, I'm not trying to push religion on you or anything like that, but I really feel that on my heart to say that. God bless you all, and pray for me. Pray for me and my family. And we're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nowhere near it. I sin daily, and I make mistakes daily. Hey, we can do a Bible study one day, Jimmy. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. That would be really, really great. That sounds good to me, buddy. All right. Good night, y'all. I don't know if I'm going to play any music tonight because I haven't got anything set. Yeah, I'll play something. Hey, hang on a second. But I've got this old song here I can play for sure. Let me see here. We'll try to anyway. Let's see. Well, I forgot about some of these. Here you go. Listen to this one.
Holy hell. It is hotter than tits on a borog. Damn.
That's always a classic. All right. Don't know what I've done with the. Let's go to brand 1 and see if it's on there. There we go. All right. Good night, y'all. See you next time. Until then, this is Jimbo coming to you live from the stand.
We all dream about what we want to be. From an astronaut to a big star on TV. One day we wake up and realize it is not meant to be. When the truth is dreams don't come free. We go to school and we go to work. We get married and we go to church. Our dreams fade away and we wonder where we belong. Then we look into our kids' eyes and realize life goes on. Oh, life goes on. We work so hard for that white picket fence. That used SUV is no damn Mercedes Benz. Before you know it, those kids are all grown, and you realize right here is where you always belong. We go to school and we go to work. We get married, we go to church. Praise the Lord. Our dreams fade away and we wonder where we belong. Then we look into those kids' eyes and realize that life goes on. Life goes on. Life goes on. Life goes on. Well, life goes on. We go to school, then we go